All right, early morning, Tuesday, January 5th. Tuesday, January 5th. Here I am in the sports barn. Eric, once in a while known as the Big E Arnold. And we're here to give you a handful of college basketball picks for Tuesday. We're trying to get back in that rhythm. It's probably 1 a.m. We're trying to get back in that rhythm where we get the games up overnight. So you got plenty of time to watch the video. Um, I thought we were doing a pretty good rhythm last year in the regular season of college basketball before the world went to hell. So we're going to try to get that back up going. As I keep threatening, we're getting a Twitter account. I'm hoping that'll be maybe tomorrow's project. I just don't know how to tweet. I mean, yeah, I know, I get it. Donald Trump can do it. How hard could it be, right? So we'll see. Uh, let's see what we can come up with. But we'll make sure we get you the Twitter address so you can see us anytime we have a pick or something that we're throwing up late and you want to tail or fade it or whatever. Tail means play it, I think. Fade, I know, means bet against it. Anyway, it was kind of a light Monday. I didn't have a lot of time to handicap. There definitely looked like there were some good games but just didn't have the time. So we only had three of them, and one got postponed. COVID. But this one never fired. We had 3 stars in that game. We really thought Hampton was going to go there and hammer Radford, and I guess we weren't the only ones. That my little information said that opened at 6.5 and was bet down to 3.5. I assume everybody was looking at all the same stuff I was. Well, it didn't happen. So it just didn't happen. So that was now. Maryland, Indiana. I watched that game. Thoughts about both teams. Maryland, they're big, but they just don't have a lot of talent. There's that's not a lot. It's not a talented team. Indiana has a nice sophomore, and his name escapes me. It's late. It's 3 names. It's like Trace Jackson Davis or something like that. Trace Davis Jackson. I, I'm probably way off on that. You think I would know it. The announcer kept saying it to me over and over and over again, and it just bounced off my head. But he's really good, and he took that game over. Indiana was in big trouble there. They were trailing in the second half. I think they were trailing by a number of points, maybe upwards of double digits. And then Maryland just stopped scoring. They just could not score. Indiana looked like they played pretty good defense. And then in Indiana, it doesn't look like they have a hell of a lot of shooters. They had one kid, a freshman, floppy haired white kid that plays guard. And, you're thinking, okay, your prototypical no defense kid can shoot kind of guy. Well, he can't shoot at all. They kept setting him and setting him for wide open threes, and he just missed, and not close either, badly. So I thought, oh boy, this is, the Indiana freshman didn't impress me, but that sophomore, he's really good, and he saved the day. I mean, it's college basketball. You have 1 star, he could take you a long way. So that's kind of where Indiana's at. They have 1 star, and that will probably be enough to carry them into the tournament. So they came, he got the W for us, 8-point win. We covered a 5. Hooray for us. So that was break even day. So moving on, tomorrow we got 2 in the MAC and then 2 good games that are actually going to be on TV somewhere. Central Michigan, why not? When last seen, way over there on another board, probably out of camera range, we had them over the weekend getting, what was it, 5.5 points at Eastern Michigan, and they just blew Eastern Michigan out of the state of Michigan. They won that game by 27 points. So, I don't know. we're catching 9.5 here. Why not? I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, okay, it's possible Central Michigan just had everything go right in that game and just got lucky. I think it's more possible that they're actually pretty good. So we're going to take those 9.5 points and run to the bank with it against Bowling Green, coming right back here with the Chippewas of Central Michigan. Uh, we only got one star on that. There's probably a reason, and I don't know what it is. But Central Michigan, 1 star. Then we got Western Michigan, the Broncos, I believe. They're getting 9 from Ball State. And, again, I think the thinking is that these teams in these mid-major conferences generally have a lot of the same type of athletes. And usually, unless you're talking about a Gonzaga, all the teams are just not that different from each other. So 9 points, yeah, we'll take it. I think that's value there. So we're going to take the Broncos of Western Michigan at plus the 9. Now, 2 good games. We go into the SEC, and I'm sure this game will be on TV somewhere. We got Florida at Alabama. Alabama is coached by Nate Oates, formerly of Buffalo. He made them good. Buffalo out of the aforementioned MAC. And this guy's doing some business down there in Alabama. He's making that team good. He has a good record. He has a really good against the spread record. He has a good record here in the barn because he wasn't afraid to call out the sainted Mike Krzyzewski for his hypocrisy. So we like Nate Oates. Not just because we like somebody, that doesn't mean they're going to win. See aforementioned Eagles R-word team for teams we like that don't win. Alabama minus the 2.5. Just think that they're pretty similar teams. Alabama, we think it's just a little bit better. We think we have a coaching edge here. I just kind of think that maybe Alabama's getting better, and this is the kind of game they're pointing towards. It's like, they just beat Tennessee. I mean, they just beat Tennessee. Tennessee's probably the best team in the SEC, and they beat them up at Knoxville. So, Alabama is nothing to sneeze at here. This really, this probably is 2 of the best teams in the SEC. With Kentucky down this year, you got LSU, you got Tennessee, but then you got these 2. So, we're going to go ahead and just say the home team with Alabama, and we think that they're going to do what they got to do to get it done there. And then this one, I don't know why they're 2 stars there. I guess, I don't know. What the thinking here is Kansas just lost at home to Texas in blowout fashion. That never happens. That never happens. I mean, Kansas has got one of the best home records in the history of college basketball, and they just don't go around dumping by 25 points at home to Texas, no less. I looked at the box score. It looks like Kansas just couldn't throw the ball in the ocean. We're viewing that as an anomaly. You can't tell me that they don't hit kids at Kansas, the cream of the crop, the McDonald's All-Americans. The Kansas doesn't have kids that can shoot. I think they can shoot. They just had one of those nights, and it just, they got blown out. So I think they're going to be ready to hammer TCU. I think we have a coaching advantage. We don't think much of Jamie Dixon down there at TCU as a coach. We think TCU is just going to be in the wrong place Tuesday night up against a hungry Kansas team. And, I like Kansas just to hammer these boys. Just hammer TCU. So easily lay the 5.5. I would get that number fast because I think that number is going to go up. At 5.5, I bet that goes up to 7-8 points by tip-off. Just a hunch. What do I know? Oh, what else do we got here? I was thinking I exercised. I went walking at midnight. Can you believe that? That's my schedule's full, but by God, I'm going to drop some weight here, and I mean it. So I went and exercised, did a nice, it's quiet at midnight. I like it. It's, no dogs barking, no cars, nice and quiet. I didn't make a politics barn video. I just thought, all right, that's a bridge too far. I'm going to be up till 5 in the morning uploading crap if I make 2 videos. But, I'm a little worried about the Senate runoff races. I won't lie. My thought is there that every competitive Republican House member or Senate race outperformed the president. In other words, this was a referendum on Trump, and people just they would vote for the Senate candidate, they would vote for their House candidate, they would not vote for Trump. In other words, the Senate Republican, the House Republican, not vote for Trump. That happened all over the place. That's the only explanation as to why the Republicans picked up seats in the House and at the moment are holding their own in the Senate. So based on that, both these Republican Senate candidates should win. But I mean, the polls, I'm trying not even look at the polls because it's just, if it's from an academic institution or a Marxist media outlet, they're just lies. They're just outright lies. They're propaganda. They have no basis, predictive value whatsoever. I'm an Eagles fan, so I just expect the worst. And by God, if both those Republicans lose, we could very well get the worst. I hesitate to speculate. So I'm crossing my fingers that we don't end up with full-blown Marxism running through Washington, D.C. But we'll see. I had something else. Oh, yeah, the Eagles. I was thinking about them. What was my thread on this? Somebody mentioned to me that my jersey I was wearing looked like a Roger Craig jersey from the old 49ers. It's an Ohio State jersey. It's James Laurinaitis' number. He played for us, back in the Tressel days, I believe. At any rate, it got me thinking about, fans of teams and, you're backing your team. And I think that hurt me this year, handicapping, in that I pointed out early, I mean, right off the get-go, that the Eagles were not going to be very good. That Wentz sucks, and this would not be a good team. And I lost way too many games after backing the Eagles after identifying them as a bad team. I mean, the Eagles, they were last. I'm almost certain they were last in the against the spread standings this year. The worst team in the league. They chewed up more bettors' money than any other team, and they've chewed up a bunch of my money just because I couldn't believe they were this bad. It's like, I know I said these guys suck, but Jesus Christ. I mean, we're playing the Giants. We're playing the formerly known as the Redskins. Jesus Christ. How can we be losing to these schlub teams? So you got to try to divorce your fandom from your handicapping. That's hell, I'm going to be 53 years old this month, and I still haven't learned how to do it. So Rome wasn't built in a day. Like I said, I think this channel is a 10-year project. It'll take us 10 years before I think we're super successful. And we're coming to the conclusion of year one. We started, I think, on the 6th of January last year, so we're about to have our anniversary, I guess, tomorrow. I don't have nothing planned. That's about how I would roll. I got nothing planned. It's just another day. It's just another day. Anyway, thanks for being here. We appreciate anybody that hits the like button. We appreciate anybody that views the video at all. But if you hit the like button, we appreciate you more. And thanks. I see we got a couple new subscribers. I think I got this right. Ron Smith, who looked like he was a Saints fan, and can't James Bond. I knew it was an odd name. I was like, holy shit, we got James Bond here. I mean, Sean Connery just died, but I think Roger Moore died some years ago. But welcome to those people. So we'll try to get you all winners. Thanks for being here. Let's get some good winners tomorrow in college basketball. From me to you, good luck, good gambling. Good night.